ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु आभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवयां भगवत्य उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैस्तिकी। Reading from Bhagavadam, 6th canto, 4th chapter, 49-50 sloka. So those who want to recite, I humbly request devotees to raise your hands. Madhumai Krishnakant Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Savai yada Mahadevo Mama Viryopabrumhitaha Menekhila Ivamatmanam Udyataha Swarga Karmani Atha me abhito devaha tapo atapyata darunam nama vishvasrujo yushman enadau asrujad vibhu. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Prakash Rao Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji Pranamalu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Are you able to hear me, Mataji? Okay. Savai yada Mahadevo Mama Virupabhrumhitaha Mene Khilam Ivatmanam Udyata Swarga Karmani Adhame Abhito Deva Tapo Atapyata Darunam Nava Visvasujo Yushman Yena Danava Asprujat Vibhuhu. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Venkata Narasimha Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Savayada Mahadevo Mama Viryopabrunhita Mene Kilam Ivatma Ivatmanam Ujjata Swarga Karmani Adhame Abhito Devastapo Utapyata Darunam Navai Visvasrujo Yushman Enada Srijadvibhu. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Revati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Savai yada Mahadevo Mama Viryopamvrittaha Menakila Mivatmana Muddate Swarga Karmani Ato me Abhito Devasta Bo Atyapyata Darunam Nava Vishwaro Sruja Yushman Yena Davo Srujadvibaha. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you very much.
Uma Kulkarni Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Savayyada Mahadevo Mama Viryo Upabrumhitaha Mene Kilam Atmana Udyata Sarga Karmani Atame Abhito Deva Tapo Tapat Atapatyadharunam Nava Visvasujo Yushman Yena Ado Asujat Vibhuhu. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Usha Daivati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Savai yada Mahadevo Mama Virya Upabrumhita Mene Kilamiva Atmanam Dayata Swarga Karmani Atapitha Devatapa Atapyata Darunam Nava Vishwasajam Yushman Yena Adav Ashrajat Vibhuhu. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Madhu Soni Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. दंडवत प्रणाम माताजी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. स वै यदा महादेवो मम वीर्योपबृहीनितः मेनेऽखिलम् इवात्मानम् उद्यतः स्वर्गकर्मणि अथ मे अभिहितो देवस्तपो आतप्यत दारुणम् नव विश्व सृजो युष्मान् येन दाव सृजद्विभु. धन्यवाद माताजी. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Mataji. Pushpam Yashamati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. स वै यदा महादेवो मम वीर्यविबृंहितः मेनेकिलम् इवात्मानम् उदयद स्वर्गकर्मणि अथ मे विहिता देवास् तपोतप्यता तरुणं नव विश्वस्य युष्मान् येनादव असृजत् विभुः. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. थैंक यू माताजी.
Subbarao Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम माताजी.
Pranam Prabhuji.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. स वै यदा महादेवो मम वीर्योपबृंहितः मेनेखिलमिवात्मानम् उद्यतः सर्वकर्मणि अथ मे विहितो देवः तपोतप्यत दारुणम् नवविश्वसृजो युष्मान् येनादावसृजद्विभुः. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Prabhuji. तवै यदा महादेवो महावीर्यो ब्रह्मितः मेनेकिलम् इवात्मानम् उद्यत स्वर्गकर्मणि अथ मेऽभिहितो देवस् तपो अत्यप्यथा दारुणम् नव विश्वासृजो युष्मान् येनाधाव ashrajat vibhuhu. Synonyms. Saha, that Lord Brahma. Indeed. Indeed. Yada, when Mahadeva, the chief of all the demigods, Mama, my, Virya Upabrimhitaha, being increased by the potency, Mene, thought, Kilam, incapable, Iva, as if, Atmanam, himself, Udyataha, attempting, Swarga Karmani, in the creation of the universal affairs, Atha, at that time, may, by me, Abhihita, advised, Devaha, that Lord Brahma, Tapaha, austerity, Atapyatha, performed, Dharunam, extremely difficult, Nava, 9, Vishwasrajaha, important personalities to create the universe, Yushman, all of you, Ena, by whom, Adhav, in the beginning, Asrajat, created, Vibhuha, the great. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. When the chief Lord of the universe, Lord Brahma, Swayambhuhu, having been inspired by my energy, was attempting to create, he thought himself incapable. Therefore, I gave him advice, and in accordance with my instruction, he underwent extremely difficult austerities. Because of these austerities, the great Lord Brahma was able to create 9 personalities, including you, to help him in the function of creation. Nothing is possible without tapasya. Lord Brahma, however, was empowered to create this entire universe because of his austerities. The more we engage in austerities, the more we become powerful by the grace of the Lord. Therefore, Rishabhadeva advised his sons, Tapo Divyam Putraka Yena Sattvam Sudhyeyat. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified. Bhagavadam 5.5.1. In our material existence, we are impure and therefore we cannot do anything wonderful. But if we purify our existence by tapasya, we can do wonderful things by the grace of the Lord. Therefore, tapasya is very important as stressed in this verse. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjanaya Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Tadati Swapadandikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanishute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Manchakalpadarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Paschatya Deshadarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So reading from Bhagavadam, we are doing 6th canto. What is the title of this canto? The prescribed duties of mankind. And the 4th chapter is the Amsaguya prayers
The
offered,
Lord by
Prajapati.
Daksha Prajapati.
So now the Supreme Lord is speaking to Prajapati, Daksha, after his severe austerities. So what is the intention of his austerities actually? Why is doing the tapasya?
to produce more children.
Yes. But in what way actually? So which will help the...
He wanted to get the grace of...
Yes. So they should also get the, what is that? They should serve, they should live here and then attain the highest perfection also. That is the intention. To get a, what is that? What you can tell exactly. Even though whatever the progeny was being created, it should attain its salvation. So that is main important. Getting the that is begetting the children in this world is of only for namesake is no use at all. So the children should attain the perfection. That is very important. So in that way, he was doing the tapasya, and then he did the tapasya in such a manner the Lord appeared, and then Lord will appear. He will, when he is very much that is, he is happy or he is enjoys the whatever the austerities or whatever the devotional service rendered by the devotees, if it attains perfection and it is ultimate goal for his enjoyment, obviously the Lord also appears actually. So by the grace of Lord, now Prajapati is actually able to hear from the Lord actually. So here he is continuing. When the chief Lord of the universe, that means in the Visarga, so the secondary creation being done by Brahma. This we have studied in the earlier cantos also. Some extent in 2nd chapter also we have studied, and 3rd chapter how actually Brahma is narrating to Narada, that also we have studied. Wherein Narada knows actually the Supreme Personality of God, still he wants to hear from Brahma. So he was created by that is Brahma. So he was telling about how actually he got the knowledge. When why here Lord Brahma has been represented as Swayambhu, because he doesn't have the material mother. So he has come from the navel of the lotus of the that is from which the lotus which sprouted from the navel of the Mahavishnu, that is Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. So that's why he is called as the Swayambhu. And he has been having inspired by my energy. That means he has been inspired by the energy of the Supreme Lord. So this instance, I think we can go back and recollect to an extent which how much ever we are able to recollect now. Wherein when he was created, he was able to see only the darkness around him. And then he actually want to come out of that lotus when he was about to keep the thing, that is, want to come out. That time he heard, what are the 2 words he heard actually? Tapa. Okay. So tapa was the only 2 words he heard, and then he was able to realize this is the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then he sat for the for the tapasya. And then having underwent through the severe tapasya, the Supreme Lord also appeared in the heart. Tene hridaya Brahma Adi Kavaye Yanti Yet Suraya. So he Supreme Lord, so in the heart of the Brahma, he appeared and then he gave the knowledge to the Vedas about how to create actually the secondary creation. And then Brahma started creating. I think the other process and all. He first created 4 Kumaras, all those things we know. He got angry because the Kumaras want to only render service to the Lord. And then he created only with the spiritual energy, only he created all the 4 Kumaras. And then 4 Kumaras didn't accept it. And then they left for the tapasya. So getting anger, and then they remained as a small children only because of the, I think, because kids doesn't listen means father will get anger. Because of that anger, he also, Brahma also, as you be like that, he has told, and then they become, they were in the small child thing only. And in that anger, Rudra, correct na? The Rudra was born. So that is, anger is a symbol of ignorance. That's why Rudras, how many Rudras born actually? Are you able to recollect? Hare Krishna, are you there?
11 Rudras. 11.
11 Mataji, 11.
Correct na? And they also started, as per the advice of Brahma, they started creation, but parallelly at the same time, what they were doing, they were annihilating also. So end of the day, this side creation and that side annihilation. And then Brahma told you better go to tapasya. So that's why you can see the mudra always, he heard his father's voice, and then that is Brahma's advice he took, and then he went for tapasya. Shiva also. Right? So like that, this progeny has been created by the knowledge given by the, shared by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So therefore, I gave in advice and in accordance with my instructions. So the instructions how to create the, that is the jivas, has been given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to Brahma. He underwent extremely difficult austerities. Yes, he did severe austerities. The great Lord Brahma was able to create 9 personalities, including you. First, he created the Prajapatis, one by one, like that. So, to help him in the function of creation. Okay, that means, so when the Prajapatis has created, they only helped to create into the progeny here, that is the living entities, the creation of the living entities. So, here in purport, nothing is possible without tapasya. The main concept which has been explained here by our great Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, is about the tapasya. So tapasya, so as per the Yuga Dharma, okay, we need to add the time and place is very, very important. So tapasya means now we cannot go and sit in the forest. In Satya Yuga, it is fine. And then in Treta Yuga is different. The worship type has become different, correct na? Only yagnas was there. And then in Dwapar Yuga, it was the temple worship. And then that is Narada Panchakrita Vidhi, they follow. And then in Kali Yuga, we are not that much knowledgeable. It means even the whatever the austerities we are following, we are not perfect. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a Sankirtana, the Yagna. So that is the only thing which will purify us. Harinama is the only thing we can take up. That is the austerity. That is the main austerity we need. One must follow. So here, possible, nothing is possible without tapasya. One who doesn't follow any tapasya is not that only sitting posture and meditating. It's not the only thing. In every action, we need to see the what level we are following the pious intentions, and then we pious in the sense not with respect to the expecting the outcome of that. So dharma, we have to, what's the dharma we are following, and then it should actually incline to the Supreme Personality of Godhead thing. So paro dharma. parodharma we have to follow. So that is very, very important. So it should align with that. Then it becomes the tapasya. Every action it will become tapasya. That is very important. So Lord Brahma, however, he was empowered. So everywhere, all living entities are given the strength, that is the energy to do the action. So that comes from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So empowerment, if you are doing something in a very great way, and if you are doing something for the welfare of the people, so all the things that empowerment comes from the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead through Guru Parampara. So here was empowered to create this entire universe because of his austerities. So one's own austerities is very important. One's own austerities, how they follow, that is very important. We have also taken initiation, correct? No? We have taken initiation, vows, and then still we struggle to chant 16 rounds in a proper way. So in an attentive way, that struggle is still there. So that means our tapasya, that is the quality of our tapasya needs to be improved. So every day we are attending Mangalarti, pray to the Guru Parambara, pray to the Supreme Lord to give that strength. That is very, very important to do attentive chanting. So if chanting and hearing is going in a perfect way, then automatically the other things will fall actually. So basically, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. These three things are very, very important. If we are, these are the Bhagavada Vidhis actually. Pancharatra Vidhi will follow next. So in the 9 way of devotional service, first 3 comes under the Bhagavata Vidhi. So if your hearing is good and if your explaining is or actually or reading is good, then and if you are doing the Smaranam and while Japa, also the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, obviously you can move towards the Archanam, Vandanam, Rashyam, Shakyam, Padashevanam, Atma Nivedanam. All those things will fall into the place. That is very important. The more we engage, step by step, so there will be a progressive way, correct na? What is Shraddha, Sadhu Shanga, Vajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishta, Ashakti, correct na? All those things will, Ruchi. So next is Bhava, Prema, all those things will fall in the, every process we have to attain this. That's why 9 into 9 will get 81 different types of combinations, permutations and combinations, correct na? So 9, what is 9 ways of performing the devotional service, and each and every service should have the progressive way of doing the things. So Shravanam, if you are becoming perfect, next it will go to the, that is Kirtanam and Smaranam will automatically will fall. If our hearing and the focus is not clear, automatically, even when you chant, how do we chant? We have to listen our own, that is mantra, whatever we are chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It should go internally. So it should go and that is get settled down in our subconscious mind also. Otherwise, the attentive chanting will not be made perfectly. So while chanting, you need to be more focused on the syllable and then you need to hear it also. That's very, very important. So here, Rishabhadeva, I think we have already studied this 5th canto. So the 5th chapter of 5th canto is only advice. So Rishabhadeva giving advice to his 100 sons that we have already read. That is tapo divyam putraka yena satvam suddhayet. That means if you are engaged in the tapasya, the penance or austerity, that time tapasya was, that is the different yuga. So that's why the tapasya was possible. Now we cannot go to the forest. So we can maintain like according to the varna and ashrama. Varna, so first 25 years brahmacharya and then grahastha and vanaprastha phase we should get out of the family, that is family responsibilities, in the sense you need to hand over the responsibility to the kids and then you need to more contribute in the devotional service. So that's how we need to. Without engagement, inertia is not possible in Krishna consciousness. So keeping quiet and sitting silent is, we will never improve our spiritual growth actually. So one must always be engaged. That is called as Krishna conscious. So austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. In 17th chapter Bhagavad Gita also, Shraddha, Bhaga Yoga. Na Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please take care of your, that is mic. Hare Krishna. So in 17th chapter, we have studied about what are the three things? Tapas, yajna, dhyana, tapas. Correct now? These three things will purify even the purified soul. So that always makes one more enjoyed actually. So that's the reason here the austerity. Here our Srila Prabhupada has given one should engage in penance and austerity. So here by that is developing the Yukta Vairagya. So one should develop the Yukta Vairagya to attain the divine position of devotional service. It's a very wonderful sentence it is actually. So divine, very wonderful wording also. Divine position. So everyone is performing devotional service, but to what position we have attained, we don't know. But one must strive to the transcendental position or the divine position in devotional service. So that is very important. That is the position one must strive. It is not that taking any roles and responsibilities and having the authority and then only guiding the things and then we are not at all acting. That is not the devotional service. So we should actually perform. We should also engage as a fellow devotee and then we should also perform the devotional service. So in devotees, there is no ups and downs, but we need to carry forward by having a good collaboration. That is very, very important. By such activity, one's heart is purified without discrimination. That is very important. So patience and then tolerance without discrimination, all those things we need to take it further. So that will help us to move further in a very right way. If we start discriminating about the activities performed by others, all those things now, everywhere these activities, either material or spiritual, we have this discrimination, correct now? But we should not go to that side. That will actually block our spiritual progress because we'll be more focused on what is the correctness they have done. So even I think the very beginning chapter in the first canto also, I think Srila Prabhupada has mentioned, we should not, because there are no equivalent words. Like, for example, Devatas, it has been mentioned like demigods here, correct now? So there is no, every word cannot have equivalent word in English vocabulary, wherein we should actually see what is the core information which has been given by the acharyas. So one should take it up like that and then move forward. Sitting and finding faults with others will not progress us actually in the spiritual path. One should close the door and then gel with everyone and move forward. That is very, very important. So therefore, we cannot do anything wonderful in our material existence. Even in spiritual also, we need to move further in a very, collaborative way. So that will help to improve your spiritual growth and then simultaneously the other spiritual growth also will improve. But if you are not pure in your way of thinking and way of taking the things, then obviously we can't do anything wonderful in spiritual also. So that also will become a major blocker. So, but purification happens by the Bhagavata Vidhi. So one should follow Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. These three things one should follow. And we can do wonderful things by the grace of the Lord. Therefore, tapasya is very important as stressed in this verse. So in whatever way we can do tapasya. So we know the divine qualities which has been mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, first 3 slokas. Correct now? So those 3 slokas, 26 qualities, how many we will be able to follow, we need to strive for that. So that will help the purification process. If you are getting purified, what are the 6 things we are having in our heart? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moga, Mada, Makshara. these things will slowly get eradicated, and then you will be able to move into the perfection phase, and then the devotional service also will become more perfect. So that is how the elevation happens. So one must strive for that. One must strive for that. That is very, very important in their life. Okay. So with this, I conclude today's class. And any doubts or any views, if you want to share here, please come forward and then speak.
Mataji, is Hare Krishna chanting austerity or tapasya?
Tapasya, if you are, tapasya means, Prabhu, you are very much firm in determination. Correct, na? So if you are following, everything is tapasya only. Here in Kali Yuga, if you are following, austerity is the different type of things wherein you are doing offering to the Lord, that is austerity. You are chanting, that is an austerity. Everything is an austerity. But how do you perform that activity, that will become tapasya, Prabhu. So as per the time and place, we need to analyze. So original tapasya means sitting in the meditation posture and then taking the Shat Chakra Yoga and then teaching through the Sahasrara part like that. That is called as the original tapasya. Wherein whatever austerities we are performing, if it is taken in the Yukta Vairagya, that means very determined way, there's no deviation, following strictly the process, that is called as tapasya for our age. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Because sometimes I feel Hare Krishna chanting is like a penance. Sometimes I feel it's like austerity. The doubt comes, should we place this Hare Krishna chanting of our regular 16 rounds in penance or austerity? That is one doubt I always get, Mata.
If you are able to complete, if you have a, what is that? If you have set up your mind, like before 5 o'clock, I need to complete my chanting 16 rounds, means that is called as tapasya. For example, Prabhuji, example. But performing the chanting in an attentive way, that is called as a austerity. Because what are the rules set for that chanting? One must hear whatever they are reciting, and it should go actually internally, so that our mind will be free from these distractions. So that attentively you are doing, that becomes the austerity. Whereas if you are having a regularly you are doing, regular, that means that following the process without any deviation, that becomes tapasya. This is my way of understanding. If anyone is having any other perspective, please come forward. Hare Krishna. Anything, Prabhuji, even before morning, I think in our temple also you can see the books and all has been in offer, correct, na, in that particular time only. So that is very, very important. That is called as tapasya. So if you are following strictly time and place, everything, that is called as tapasya in Kali Yuga. Whereas Satyuga is totally different. Yes, Prabhuji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Even
Prabhuji.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has told, Namayagna is the only austerity that is to be performed in Kali Yuga, because we are here in Kali Yuga that the persons who qualified Vedic Vedanta people are not available, and so much of expenses and all that. That was also mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. So in my feeling that tapasya means this Hare Krishna mantra.
Yes.
The more you concentrate on that, the more
Becoming strict to oneself,
yeah.
not to others. That is very
Yeah.
important. We should not tell others, you follow this without you following. So following will come if our words should come in a true way. First we need to follow and then we need to. So
Yes,
please
Mata.
follow.
Yes.
That's what our Acharya has given the instruction.
Yes.
So
Acharya.
then only our words will be coming truthful. So otherwise that preaching will not be successful. So that was all.
Prabhupada also says the same thing.
That's what I'm telling, what Prabhupada has told to us. So that only I'm communicating.
Hare Krishna, Dhanyavada.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Because I am going to understand from Mataji, the Hare Krishna chanting is austerity, what we do every day 16 malas, and the Ekadasi and all what we do is tapasya. Is it true?
Ekadasi, I am, what every Ekadasi you are following, no, Prabhuji. That is called as a tapas. So that means you will follow. Some people will do nirjala, every Ekadasi nirjala. That is called as tapas. How do you follow and then strictly? That is called as tapas. Following Ekadashi is an austerity. Are you able to understand, Prabhuji? Some people will take fruits. Some people will take nirjala. Some people will take only water. Some people will take Ekadasi foods. So that is how much your austere is, like people who have not taken anything, that becomes the highest of the tapas actually. So that following every Ekadasi, okay, that's very important.
In first canto, third chapter, what is tapasya? He has explained, Mataji.
Okay,
I have forgotten the exact sloka and all that.
okay. Let
Since
me
we are
check and I
doing,
will post it from.
I have to take reference from that.
I will
That he has explained one para, Prabhupada, what he means by tapasya.
Everything is austerity only, Prabhuji. If you are following it in a process way and without any deviation, that becomes tapas. That's how I have understood.
In that, what I remember is foregoing or renouncing certain materialist things to achieve a particular goal,
Yes,
something like that.
maybe.
Okay, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Madhumati.
Sorry, I
It's
could
like
not give proper reference. I will refer
tapasya
it.
means voluntarily foregoing
Certainly, yes,
comforts
Prabhuji, you are
to
coming to right.
attain a
Focus.
particular.
Yes,
That's what I told Prabhuji. Same thing.
that's what
Mataji,
even
Hare
I was
Krishna.
telling. Following strictly the process and then doing the things. Okay, that's very important.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Correct.
The tapasya means that voluntarily taking trouble to gain something. So that is the definition given. And even in 11th canto also, the tapasya is that Ekadashi Vrata is the called tapasya. If you stop from grain, eating from grain and pulses, that's the only tapasya is written. And japa is given in the for the japtam. Because here in that 11th canto, that Prabuddha, this thing, he is telling Paramahamsa devotee. So he is telling what is japa and what is tapa. So japa comes under japtam.
Okay.
So
But it is
tapo, Ekadashi Vrata is given in the tapa.
okay.
Mataji, he is
We are
particularly given.
following one particular process in the devotional service. That means performing the devotional service is called as an austerity only. Whereas when you are having some goal or you have this particular process to attain certain things, that process without any deviation and developing the vairagya, so that comes under tapas. So that is the meaning. So that you can apply actually. So in Ekadasi, if you take, Mataji has told, it's a tapas, wherein people who are following nirjal, that is highest level actually, correct now? And every time we will not be able to follow that. If one person is able to do that in every Ekadasi, that becomes tapasya. They will gain the spiritual things. So those who are having Ekadasi food, that is not the highest. Okay, that is an austerity we are following. So at least we are refraining from grain, all those things. But people who are doing the highest thing, which is not able to achieve normally. In normal life, we will not be able to do it. It is very tough. So that actually, for example, some devotees are doing 108 malas or 192 malas also they will do. Okay, that and all is the tapas only. Something which is not, the goal cannot be achieved, but still you are striving and you are trying to do also.
Mataji, I'll read that what is the reference in the 11th canto, just 2 sentences. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, tapaha, austerity, means that one should observe vows such as Ekadashi Vrata, in which one fasts from grains and beans twice a day. The word japtam refers to chanting the holy names of the Lord. So japam is not given in the tapa.
Yes, it is not tapa. It's an austerity. That's what I told. Following the process which is not achievable in normal way. So I think you have seen in Satyuga, I think 10,000 years and all they used to sit and meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Correct now. So that and all is a tapas. Wherein in the Kali Yuga we will not be able to do that. So we have been given certain austerities, but following strictly and then striving to achieve the highest thing, even though keeping the goal as the highest and then doing that becomes tapas. It's a process. Tapas is related to more than process. Performing the activities comes under the austerities. Okay, this is what the generic meaning, and you can apply it actually. Correct. Vanchakalpadarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice explanation.
Ananta Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.